Here we are. Hey everyone, welcome back to the shop. We're finishing up the Urus today. Brian's here, as you can tell, he's got a light. And we're doing a whole bunch of touch-up stuff on everything that got painted down here. And Brian's currently working on, these are all kind of single person jobs, so I'm letting him go crazy with it. He's doing the tow hooks. Yeah, tow hook covers. These little guys. They go, they cover where the tow hooks go, and they're getting touched up. And what are we?
I'm changing my air fitting out on my little 1-inch polisher here.
Oh,
Polishing up the tow hook covers. Just a quick little razor blade denib and some wet sanding.
Now get them mirror finish.
Yeah, I tried to polish them by hand. I ended up scratching the heck out of them. That was fine because I was still gonna razor blade some of them.
But they also have a ton of clear on them, correct?
There's more clear on those two tow hook covers than most people use on an entire rear cap. They're covered.
So, yeah, we're covered with tow hook covers.
Yeah, I'm switching all the wrenches up in the wrench rack here. Apologize for the dyslexia.
No, that's all right. They go back.
Woke up this morning and both of my arms were just throbbing in pain in both of my hands. It's been like that all day.
Oh, you are married. Ah!
I wish that were the reason.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's an external. Yeah. Ooh, that's a cute little swivel bait. This is good one.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
There's a couple of those in there. That was for the old hose reel.
Oh, the horn that used to just absolutely annihilate us. I was thinking about that hose reel yesterday.
That was a Flexilla one too.
Yeah, my Flexilla horn went just completely AWOL on me, swinging across the shop, clobbered me in the foot. Of course, I got the great big Trevos high flows that are like a pound.
Yeah.
Great.
I just have the smaller guys. The safety. I just have the safety guys.
Yeah, that's what I have, but they take this fitting.
Yeah, the bigger.
3/8.
Yep.
Automotive industrial standard.
I just do the quarter. Yeah. And that works fine for 98% of the stuff that I have.
Painting cars or using a 1-inch impact, you pretty much don't need anything for a quarter. But if you buy a 1-inch electric impact, then you don't need crazy airlines at all. I found out. Life is good. Let's see.
So that's where we're at today. I'll try and get you guys a little bit closer so you can see the. I guess you can kind of see the bumper. No, we're okay.
Oh, pals. That's the universal transport system for all the micro.
Hey, Brixie. And it's really bad when Brian gets clobbered in the foot. Yeah, Brian, show everyone what you're wearing.
No accumulation. No
yeah.
shoes.
Okay, so just so everyone knows, it is currently, let's take a look. It says it's 34 degrees, but it is not because it's snowing. Not only is it snowing, it's 20-mile-an-hour winds outside. And so if you hear weird stuff in the shop, that's from the debris flying through the air, hitting the side of the shop.
My car came to hold 20 miles an hour on its top speed today, thanks to the wind.
Yeah. Yeah, Brian got a nice push from the wind.
Double speed limit.
Little bonus speed. Well, that was weird. There were a couple of flights.
Recently, they got pushed by that big storm. They broke the sound barrier.
Yeah, they didn't realize it. They were doing
777 Maxes.
They were doing 850 miles an hour across the ground, but that's just because they were being carried by that jet stream. They said there were like 4 or 5 flights that technically broke the rules for what those planes are supposed to be able to do. It was pretty amazing.
The only reason why it doesn't cause structural fatigue in that instance
is because it's being carried. Yeah, they're being carried at that speed. They're not pushing at that speed. Who else do we got here? Oh, Diane's here. My weather app says it's 41 and rain is ending. I'm debating getting the snow shovel back out. So it's snowing. Dan, where are you at? Dan's, I think she's Eastern Pennsylvania. You're Eastern PA, not Western, right? Yeah, she's in Eastern PA over by Scranton, Philly, all of that.
Factoid.
So it's snowing from here to there. Great. Let's see.
Partner's great.
Yeah, over by Philly.
Would have been partner's great grandfather passed away from a heart attack shoveling snow.
Yeah, it
Anna's
happens.
Great grandfather. So consequently, Anna's father shoveled snow. And I always thought that he joked when he said he didn't shovel snow. Then one day he told me that story and thought maybe I'm going to quit shoveling snow.
These guys don't have adhesive on them, do they? Because I can put these taillights back in. So I'm just going to clean up the faces here, and I'm going to put these taillights. Oh.
That is not what's in that.
By the way, we're
It's
just
ceramic detailer.
we're just going to say what we use here. We use Jack's Wax stuff here at my shop.
And I reuse bottles. So
Yeah.
It's not actually deal cleaner, I promise.
Yeah, this is
straight out of the gallon. They don't buy any small quantities anymore. That was actually that bottle is a freebie. That was a gift from the folks at Jack Wax for purchasing a bunch of stuff. I haven't really tried a wheel cleaner. I really like Econ, and Econ works great with wheel cleaner. And I don't remember if it was Jared or Jack, but one of them.
Try this.
And it works. You got wheels that don't have a very sensitive finish. You want to just really knock all the crud off of them.
I have always had, and Jack's Wax is not paying me at all, but I have always had good luck with Jack's Wax products.
I have legitimately been using Jack's Wax now since I was 16 years old for 17 years.
Wow.
And
I've never been let down by their stuff.
for great 17 years. And never had an issue with any of their products. I love the super blue tire dressing. I don't buy it anymore because I have it. Got some crack, and when I eventually get my drag and drive trailer done, I'm gonna throw some of that in there for sprucing up, tires and stuff.
Yeah.
Between tracks.
Keep them clean.
Give the drive tires some shine, because I know people go, "Oh, you shine your tires at the track." Well, drag and drives, you don't drag on the tires, you make your passes on. So shine your drivers.
Yeah, make them look nice when you show up.
Nice. So when you're driving between tracks, all photographers get photos of your car. Oh, it's good. You just gotta figure out what vehicle.
By the way, you'll appreciate this. I did find a drag pack.
It was $112,000.
No, it was 40.
No way.
Yeah.
It had been wrecked.
No.
It did not have the engine.
Correct. Or transmission.
Yeah, but it was the right VIN, yeah.
Correct. Just ready for a V10, Viper V10 to go in there.
I don't know. How do you feel about 40?
That's a little tough. Although it's a
like on a common production roller.
It's no. This was with all the toys and everything that comes with them. All of that, yeah. Just no engine, no trans. See, that's the thing. You can get the engine trans out of the SRT10 truck, and you have a complete setup. It didn't have the shifter. That would be the harder part, but no.
Well, you need a glide. You can't get the transmission from.
Yeah.
Because the drag pack used a glide, right?
I don't think so.
I think it did. Maybe it's not quite 3-speed.
No.
Archaic transmission, I thought.
I don't think so. I'd have to go back and look at the specs on it. All right. Yeah, it is. It is still snowing here. I don't know. I would wheel the camera around, but I don't want I don't want to hurt you guys just because it hurts for me to watch it, knowing that there's a house in Florida waiting for me, and this is happening right now. Absolutely detest this. Detest it. All right. These are the 4 for the tail lights, correct? These 4 screws. And 2 on each side.
Yep.
And there's no inserts or anything. They just go.
They just push in. They snap in very, very firmly to the point that you feel like they're probably going to break.
Okay.
Not the most comfortable.
But
Back in is going to be mildly terrifying. Just watching
we're mounting through these 2, correct?
Yeah.
What are these 2? Or this one was? We don't know.
No, that's them. Those are the guys. Those
Okay.
2 big guys. And there's a cover that goes over top of them. So that's what that's about.
Oh,
You know,
where is that cover?
30-some years of making the same product. You think the wires would figure the bobbles out and stop this freaking travesty of situation from occurring every time you go to do anything finish related.
Body side rear, right hand SAE. Gen level 118, gen level 113.
Bold.
Yeah.
Revision of the actual lamp or maybe the lens.
See if we can find the
Board
marks
inside,
on here.
because that's
Oh, here we go. RH 12 volt. Housing PC plus ABS. Lens outer PMMA. Reflectors PC, which all this is just polycarbonate.
Yeah.
PMMA is poly. I forgot what PMMA is for. And then PC again. Made in the UK. The tail light is 25 LEDs, 1.2 watts each. The stop light is 25 LEDs, 7.5 watts each. 12 LEDs, or the directional is 12 LEDs, 3.4 watts. Interesting information you can get just from one part.
Yeah. That's I've always thought being a crash scene investigator would be really cool. Helping find vehicles that have parked behind. There's Reddit threads all the time where they're like trying to identify pieces parts. And I'll comment like, yo, turn that bad boy over. There should be a part number molded into the back of it. Sure enough, sometimes the part number you find exactly what car it went to. It's gonna sound like it's gonna snap.
Yeah, I know I'm trying to feel the nub and get it pressed in there. Shit, I think he's in there. Yeah, he's all the way in.
Your air couplers not coupling.
What?
Nope.
Okay, hang on one sec. Let me. Why did you use? Okay, hang on, Brian. Let me see it.
Oh, good. I
Didn't go down far enough.
Yes.
All right. What size is this? 220. Actually, T20.
That little thing. That was the best $700
Oh.
I ever spent.
Little end popped off of them.
I like about cried when I bought it. I felt like I was getting bent over buying it. I can't buff stuff like that.
Damn. I need definitely need an extension. Like a really long one. Maybe even extra on that.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys are still here? Okay. Come here. It's in there nice and snug. And that guy's in there nice and snug. I don't remember how deep those guys go. He doesn't go very deep in that hole, correct?
No.
So get this thing cleaned up. I know I was facing away from you guys when I was cleaning this up. There's a ton of markings on here, stickers. And then on the back, you have all the assembly markings or the construction markings. What it's made of and parts, how many LEDs, the wattages, all that. So just helpful info to have. Yeah, these stayed nice and clean when they were inside the car. Yeah, that's fully in. Okay. It's so weird with those little guys. They don't feel like they're all the way in. There's a little ball and socket joint on this piece, on this end. There's 2 screws on this end.
Yeah, the ball and socket piece.
But they don't feel like you're.
They don't feel tight going in. They feel like they're about to snap off because you have to push it so hard. When you take them out, they absolutely refuse to release, and you pretty much can rip that ball socket right off the end of the taillight housing.
Yeah, you just break it.
This is basically a very similar build to a Q7.
Yeah.
A lot of the same ideas of assembly on this thing.
What I don't want to do is lose this little screw.
What I don't want to do is gouge the cover around
that you just painted.
Yeah. Oh man, I know there's a lot of clear on there, but sanding near the edges. It's weird. Sometimes you can really hammer on an edge, and other times the edge is so thin that
you just touch it.
It burns right through. But picture framing is what it's called when you paint something and clear all goes to the edges. That
Oh.
You walked in and I was reading it because the clear had gone to the edges. I had a picture going on. They're really neat.
So we have our taillights back in. All of our other sensors plugged in.
Did it freak out about any of the stuff you just?
Yeah, taillight out. No backup warning. So, where are the covers for these? Oh,
So black that you can barely see.
I got them. No, I'll clean them up first and then I'll put them back on.
This is that side. That's
Okay.
this side. 2 corners.
Those are for these guys.
Oh.
Aren't they?
No, they aren't. Double check here real quick. That there isn't.
What about? Do they come? Are they part of the wheel well?
I'm looking right now to see if they are part of the wheel liner. I believe here.
Yeah, because those are the same screws, right? There?
Nope. There's only 2 on the sides.
Well, I'll save on these until we're sure we know where those go. They weren't part of this top edge. In here, no.
No.
And not part of this.
Overall snaps in. It could be that there's a spot underneath the tail light.
No, we already did those.
Did a spot to the left of them, right?
No, there were, because all of these were press in. There were no other. No, are they underneath the front ones for the under tray? The ones that are further forward? You sure? Okay, because these have the hex heads. And then.
Yeah, I think they go under the tail lamps.
Nope, there's no spot for them under the tail lamps. So 1, 2, and then let me see this side. 1, 2. Yeah, there's no spot for them under the tail lamps. And you can look in here. There's no spot for any bolts.
Found them.
You got them?
Yeah, go inside right here on this plastic.
Oh, they're behind the.
It's one for each side.
They're behind the wheel well? Oh, all right.
As always.
All right, so now I'll do these guys.
I knew that because it was dirt.
So Brian, like this,
Already, yes.
and there's that gap.
No, it shouldn't be that gap. It's got some tabs on the back of it. It should snap around the body. I opened the wrong door every time.
Yeah, there's that gap.
I don't know. You know,
Unless, no, that's how that goes, correct?
They don't fit fast. I know you would expect it to be, but usually not. Right. You pull right off. It takes like no effort.
Okay. Oh yeah, these things just fall right out. Whoa. Back here. Okay. Yeah, that's how those go. Okay. There is a little gap there. I don't know. Maybe that's. Is that for. Might be for clearance on this when it comes down. Yeah. I don't know why there would be a gap there. We are code 4 with the taillights. So the last pieces will be the flares, the wheel flares.
First pieces to come off. That was really, honestly, taking them off super nerve-wracking.
That was really scary because you don't know if you're going to break tabs. You don't know if they're going to break. You can't see the clips.
No visibility.
It was.
They're so tight to the body. There's
It's
6
sketchy.
or 7 clips holding them in.
And these are the flares, and they are not cheap. These are $400 or $500 each, and they come unpainted. So yeah,
all of these parts come unpainted.
But they have
to replace the part, and they ask you for the color code, and then they go, "Oh yeah, we have that part.
It's primer.
It comes raw primer."
Yeah,
You're like,
these clips are all like super tight in here, and it's really sketchy when you pull them out, especially these little guys. These break so easily. They've made them stronger over the years, but they break pretty easy. So this is, which flare is this? This is that side.
they still need repaint.
Yeah. And that is this side. Do we have this door open for a reason?
I was using the eraser wheel really close to it.
Got it. So yeah, you have alignment pins, and then these guys push in. Yeah. So very close. Who else is here? Don't know yet. We are, of course, brought to you by Rockstar. Yes, I cracked the other drink, but we're gonna forget about that.
Crack RB. Oh, Starbies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just do it.
What, I'm thinking about really getting my money back from them by buying some stock and doing the old plumbing stuff.
Not a terrible idea.
Oh no, yeah. Saved so much money.
The rest of this thing is pretty damn clean.
Yes, it is. I've tried super hard not to get paw prints everywhere.
Is this your bucket or Candace's bucket? Okay.
I don't put anything in cars.
Did you grab the?
No. The Hobby Lobby was closed.
It's Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not that I can't get it. Or to see some. It would be nice to find some before then. So you got New Holland yellow? No.
I don't know how yellow my stuff is gonna be. Here. This is gonna be way too light. Oh, this one. I got a couple of yellows that might be close.
No.
Too bright. This is tractor, truck, and implement spray. New Holland yellow. Nope. And last one, Rust-Oleum Farm implement. Also New Holland yellow. That one's, damn.
That's kind of shockingly close.
That's scary close.
I think the gentleman over in Italy got some inspiration from the tractor in their field.
Let's do a.
Like caterpillar yellow.
That's what this is. Yeah.
It is like caterpillar yellow.
Um.
Trying to get it super close. They spray her into the gap.
No, I was just gonna do a plate quick.
Trying to get all the rubber dust off of. Oh yeah, look where it gets darker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can just dab it in until it's dark enough. Which, for anybody that's never painted anything, the way that you actually achieve your color is not by the color itself that you're spraying most of the time. It's the primer underneath of it, and then the amounts of coats you put on to get the coverage. That's why when you read the PPG technical documents, it says 2 to 3 coats or until color is achieved.
Well, and also it's going to protect this. It might not be a perfect match, and we can always come back and do a full touch up on it.
Right.
So
yeah, I don't have a full paint banker. Otherwise, I'd have just mixed a bottle of touch up.
Yeah, this stuff's separate. So this stuff's ready to go. It'll at least, if it's a shade or two off, at least it's protected and not black, because it's currently black. Bad on yellow. Yeah. So I'm going to alcohol wipe that. Well, that stuff comes off pretty easy. No?
There's one thing I'm worried about bringing it. Does the job. Most of the time.
Tons of scratches all over this, just from shopping bags or whatever.
Yep.
Dog prints. Yeah.
Oh boy.
So we're close on that. Oh, that was yours. So we're prepped for that. We use the New Holland yellow and darken it up to get as close to this yellow as possible. Should look pretty good. I'm just letting this stuff dry to see. When he separates, he gets a nice edge on him. You can push that edge together, get it a little bit darker. Yeah, should work okay. This is why I don't do body work and paint, because I'll never be done with it. Never be done with it.
That's why painters never paint their own cars. It gets a chip in it and you lose your mind.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm respraying the whole paint.
Whole thing.
You also have to convince yourself that it's fine. You still have paint left over.
I'm gonna just do a different car. Yeah. I'm done with this car. Whoops. You were asking about the throttle body cleaner stuff. Let's see.
Sticky intake valves.
Yeah. The stuff that we used on the Hondas was this. Brian, you want me to send you a picture of this?
That might work.
Yeah, this stuff worked pretty well on a bunch of the Hondas. So I'll just send it to you quick. And there we go. Okay.
Gallet O'Reilly's is my hero. She said, I saw you ordered a roll of that, so I actually ordered you two in case you changed your mind. Talking about the tape for these.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, I'm like, God, don't even know how to respond to that, Warren. Thanks.
I can't thank you enough.
Yeah.
So Brian's using that wheel. It's a rubber wheel, and so it's not going to mark up the paint. And it's lifting the adhesive and all the foam and everything off. Yeah, if you want to, you can show them. Just going really slow. Come back towards me a little. There you go. And it's just taking this adhesive off the edge a little bit at a time. Won't scratch anything, won't, cut through any paint.
About the same consistency as the side of your thumb.
Yeah, it's kind of like a fast moving thumb, but it won't, give you a blister.
Yeah, if you've ever tried to roll this stuff off with your thumb, you've ended up with a blister or two.
Yeah, thumb's trying to separate from the nail, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, you can see all the clips in here.
It'd be really easy to slip and destroy this entire piece right now.
Oh, yeah.
Frickin'.
That's why if you see Brian slip, he goes to the inside instead of coming to the outside. Number one, he doesn't want to hit his hand. Number two, he doesn't want to hurt the part.
I don't want my primer to hit the best. Just cause me to repaint another piece like overnight this week.
Yeah.
I don't have the time for that. Neither does Lance.
Yeah, this is supposed to be like a 6-7 day project, and it's been 3 weeks now. So we've had interference from a whole bunch of outside sources, but yeah.
Usual chaos of having.
And it wouldn't matter if we had a full shop with 20 employees or if it was, just Brian and I in my shop. It doesn't make any difference. It still would have happened. Still would have happened. Did the snow stop? Nope, it's still snowing. No. The wind has died down though. We're down at like 10 or 15 miles an hour, which is nice.
Be a great time to run for a sheet shake.
You got to figure out what we're doing for dinner.
He's actually killed right off on this side. I'm trying to go on in here. Yeah. Just really slowly kind of working my way around here. There's adhesive on this edge and kind of peel it back. That's all the drill is doing, is just very slowly peeling it back and leaving me a nice place to put new tape. This is not a piece you really want blowing off on the freeway. Talk about cutting it close. Yeah. Do the other one now. Dust off of that. Our new tape surfaces. Also, one thing that I really something's ripped on this one. Bar. That. Huh. Strange. I'll tell you, it didn't happen while it was in our possession on account of the drip marks are vertical and these pieces have been laying horizontal since the day one. So, very good. Sound. Rattling and shaking. So.
By the way, it's gravel. Changed from snow to gravel.
Great.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not snowing outside anymore. It's gravel. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's kind of interesting.
This thing I've ever done. Oh, it's pretty slick. Look at that. They freaking molded the Lamborghini logo into the back of it.
That's pretty cool.
They did not do that on the taillights.
Yeah, it had the Lambo logo.
Did it?
Yep.
I didn't see it. Crappy eyes of the sea.
Yeah, because this edge, the face edge, actually they painted up over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that? It's to keep it from delamming.
Yeah, because then the paint won't peel.
Right.
It doesn't have an edge to peel off of. Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Yeah, I had to do the same thing to those. Go all the way around the backs of them. That's why the yellow section of the cover, if you look at it, it's got overspray everywhere on the back.
Whoops.
Pull the crud out of here. Stick. I'm going to have so many microfiber towels to wash after this job. I can tell you I used about 60 microfiber towels cleaning these
Just
parts.
all the parts?
While I was painting them.
And all this stuff got buffed and denibbed?
No.
Oh.
Didn't really have anything that was big enough standing out on the top to need to nib it.
Okay.
The only thing that you accomplish by nibbing it is making a potential spot that it'll get dull.
A low spot, yeah.
The sun. So, because
okay.
It'll, you know.
Do you want me to put this other one in?
I am going to kind of look around it after I wipe it off with detailing mist.
Just to, yeah. Do you want me to put this one in on that side?
Yeah, you got to take the 2 screws there out.
Okay.
The wrench is right here. And you can use this light.
That's all right. I'll grab a light.
It is a reed. And it's back there behind the liner. And then the liner goes behind the cover, behind the bumper.
Got it. All right. Oh, these guys are just in finger tight here. And all 3 of these are matching? Yeah, okay. It's funny, they still use fiberboard.
Yeah, this was the only size tape they had at every other store, was this 1/2 inch. And I was like, I don't need that. I've already got 1/2 inch in the shop.
Where does he go?
8. It's actually 1/4. It's not 8.
Brian, where does he go? Because these 2.
You'll see if you pull it out and look back there. There's a hole.
Oh, way in there.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah. Holy.
And it's just worn on each side, so you got to wonder how much does that really do. But you know.
Oh my God.
I put every piece back.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. It
blows my mind too. I was like, oh yeah. I remember taking that out and thinking that was a mighty weird place for a fastener to be hidden.
Oh my God.
Man, I tell you what, my arthritis is killing me. I'm opening a package of tape and my friggin' hands hurt. This is stupid.
This is so weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it is back there. It is not very easy.
Well, it would be easier. I'm going to take this bottom one off because then I can get that fiber panel. What's amazing is that they still use fiber in 2022.
I like it.
Yeah. Oh, that's way easier to get to now. Flip that. Go tight again. Wow, that guy is way back there. He's totally stealthed in there. All right, that guy's in there nice and snug. Now we can put all these guys back.
Oh man, I'm getting high on paint by accident. Sitting on the chair. I sat down. I was like, ew.
Oh, is it from the test?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Put new tape on the back side of this molding so it doesn't blow off on the freeway.
That would be so hard for it to fly off on the freeway with all of those clips.
Yeah, you would think it's that hard for it to fly off on the freeway with all those clips, but I can tell you the time of 911 GT3 front splitter. Not even splitter, it was just a little chin spoiler. And it was all beat up, and my buddy was getting ready to sell his car, and I said, hey, could I do you a favor and just spray some paint over top of that splitter, knock the chips down on it, so it looks nice for the next guy, maybe helps get the sale done quicker. Yeah, sure, go ahead, man, that'd be great. Hey, I was taking your little chin lip off, and I realized that I was missing some of the hardware. Oh yeah, they get tore up really easy. I've got some new ones here. Just put back in what's good and use new tape, and it'll be fine. 8 out of 13 clips was not, in fact,
Fine.
Even
Yeah.
with new tape. $1,800 chin splitter, clip thing gone somewhere on
The highway.
150, 270, $1,800. It's not that big a deal. Oh, I'm glad you think so.
Yeah, okay.
I'm glad you feel that way.
Thank you for saying that.
Because I feel terrible inside right now. I felt like it's my fault. I offered to replace the thing, even though that's not even close to how much, the amount that he spent with me to get the car detailed was nowhere near close to what it would have cost to replace that piece. I still offered to replace it. One of those things, like, it just felt like it wouldn't have happened if you had me repaint.
Now trying to put this lower guy back in. He doesn't want to go back in. It's just really hard to line up underneath. What the hell? Is he further back? Oh, yeah. Okay. I got him. He's actually set further back. Or, sorry, further forward. Okay. I'm going to use a 1/2-inch drive on that.
Yeah, I started looking for a 1/2-inch drive breaker bar that night that I stopped over here in an emergency when my wheel was falling off the car.
They're in torque.
Yeah, I was like, he learned his lane. He moved him to a different drawer.
Yeah.
Or yeah, makes sense.
This guy got his edge came out. Is he supposed to be tucked behind this? Oh, no.
There's nowhere that I see that I really go to. It's just gonna make a dull slaughter from that later.
We can get this guy back in here. He just has a I did not alcohol those. If you want me to, I can. Those edges. Dead temp sensor. All right, you have a completely clean edge right there. Yeah, it's weird. Since I stopped drinking, I kind of don't notice the smell of alcohol. Well, any kind of alcohol, like it doesn't. I don't know. It's just one of those. Like before, I'd smell bourbon or smell rum or whatever, and even just smelling a beer, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's a beer." Now, when I smell it, I don't recognize it, and I don't. I hate to say I don't acknowledge it, but I don't say, "Hey, that's a rum drink" or "That's a gin drink." I just don't. I don't go any further than, "Hey, that's alcohol." It's as far as I go. Just because I don't have any interest, afterwards. After that point, it's not really. Was it paper on the stand? Almost there. It, well, it'll collect dirt, right? So.
Well, what happens is it'll stick to the paint because it's also a polymer, so it sticks to the paint and freaking picks it up and lifts it. Really careful setting anything fresh paint, foam surface or long surface even. It's friggin' way. Those scratches are damn deep. Let me scratch my fresh paint. Oh boy. There's a little wet sanding discs.
Lind Fruit Farm Memorial Day. Okay. Mm.
Using some 3000 grit here. Trying to knock these scratches flat. Guessing these scratches are from the paper that I put over top of our stand to protect the paint from getting peeled up by the foam. That also happened when we were putting it together. It took a lot of force to put this section together.
Yeah, we were pushing pretty hard.
So,
And this is also right above this. So when we're pushing, we could have, yeah.
I'm thinking that may actually be it. It's hard to say. It doesn't matter. It's all just plastic. Even the actual paint itself is just plastic.
Colored plastic, colored glue.
It is. Polymer.
Is that what you're at?
3,000, 5,000, 8,000. And you guys can't see it on camera, I'm sure. These are called damp sanding pads. And damp sanding pads are exactly what they sound like. Unlike wet sanding, you not use abundance of water. You just soak these little guys. They're a little sponge disc.
They are moist.
They hold just enough water to get the job done.
Is that light helping?
Not hurting. I'm a blind guy, so anything's an improvement. Those are gonna go away. Yeah.
That was just leftover crap.
That's what I was telling you about when you're painting pieces like this, keep having to walk around in circles and spray and spray and spray
Yeah.
and spray. Doesn't matter how hard you try. You're either going to have this very mild haze at the end from fogging it in without running it.
Yeah.
Or you're going to rush it, trying to get it all glassy, and you're going to put a run somewhere. So either way, you're going to buff something somehow, somewhere along the way, whether you want to or not. I don't like buffing stuff because once you buff clear coat, it's truthfully almost never as deep again as it was before.
Well, that makes complete sense because you're sanding away some of the layer.
Loses that like vibrance and depth.
That looks pretty good though.
Big improvement. Big improvement. Much better than shopping cart damage.
Yeah. Well, that was a big chunk too.
What blew me away was that it had gotten all of these fins. Once I cleaned the piece, all these fins had light transfer on them. I was like, whoa.
So yeah, somebody came all the way across. Yeah.
Yeah. It hit there and rolled off the path, I guess.
Yeah, you have all these like really sharp edges on there. So you have to do this face and then this face, and then you have to do a smooth transition between the two. It's really hard. This is why I don't do body work and why I don't do paint work. It takes forever to do this stuff. And with my OCD, I would never finish. I would always go back and try and make it, a little nicer, a little smoother, a little clearer. I would never, ever be finished. It stopped snowing. It stopped snowing. There was actually sunshine out for a second. It's a $5,000 repair.
Yeah, thankfully.
That stopped raining.
Even with like the amount of hours that I have in this, we are still under replacing just the computer.
Mm-hmm.
So we're over the price of this, but we're under the price of this.
Yeah.
That was the absolute best I could do to make it OE quality again. So I didn't want to use cheap paint. I used PPG on this. Hey, our scratches are gone. I'm a happy feller now.
Good.
I was going to have brain aneurysm today. You were going to take me to Grant.
Yeah. See all that on YouTube too. That would be great. People love seeing aneurysms on YouTube.
At least you can go back and watch my last moment.
This is where Brian completely lost it, and his whole body gave up. I think I got stuff on the other side, over on the wheel well on the right side. If you want to
tell you when the ball joint went bad at Atlanta, you and I were looking at each other. I was like, I will peen the ball joint back closed before I let this ruin our weekend.
No, yeah.
Get the punches and the hammer out, close it up.
Yeah.
Little stuff, man. It's Kevin and I never have big problems. It's always little tiny.
Nope.
Problems
Second is the
that
safety.
screw
Push it
us.
again. Yep. That's
Nice.
has that safety, so it doesn't send the tool across the shop or into your balls or into your face. Yeah. Well, for those with flip flops on, you got to be careful, right?
I normally don't even have flip flops on in my shop. Keep the floor so clean.
Well, yeah. Normally the floor is pretty clean here.
Shop's super clean here all the time too. Okay. Let's put those pieces.
There's a lot of stuff here, but the shop's usually very clean.
Put those on now.
You want to stick those guys on?
Yeah.
Well,
once they're on,
you need. Oh, you got your new tape on?
New tape's on.
Wipe these ends off.
I was gonna wipe them, clean them up once they're on there. They need them off. They're all.
Oh, that end is exposed. Okay.
Backing tape.
You want a razor blade to get it off? It's super sticky.
My freaking hands are not working today at all. See, they got the same dry edge on the back.
Yeah.
Painting sucks. Painting is like one of those things that you can paint the same piece 6 or 7 times. You're always going to find something to nitpick.
There you go.
Hey, it's a car again. That's the best.
Ta-da. Yeah, I'm standing in the way of your success.
We're only halfway there, so sorry. I still have that college urge to go out and like bar hop anytime I get a project done, a big project, and I don't
no urge to do that.
But I found that I just don't even have the energy to do that. I like go to the first bar. I'm like, yeah.
This is yours, or this is?
That's fine.
Okay. I'm just going to put this back how we found it. Excuse me. I think it was something like this.
Wow. That is
Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to back out the back of this? Okay.
Especially if you got the little brushy boy attachment.
Don't have the little brushy boy attachment. But I was just.
Use the arrow.
This is the little. That's as small as it goes?
Yep.
Oh. No, he goes all the way small if you do the release thing.
Ooh, cute.
And then this
We were
guy,
having a board meeting, and the guy was like, "Get with the valet rope people and find out if they can make me one this tall." And I just went the button on each side.
that guy, that's as small as that guy goes. The vac's right over there.
Surprised you don't have the little cordless power back.
Nah.
I don't have any Milwaukee bags. So
I do have to go and look to see what new Bauer stuff is out there.
Any reason to go to Harbor Freight's a great reason.
And do we have power?
Dude, it's already 5 o'clock. Is that clock atomic?
Yeah. There is your power. You are all set. Like I said, this is your project, so you're getting paid for this, not me.
What's that?
Said you're getting paid for this, not me. Yeah.
Pretty good sometimes too. Who's better? this guy back. Works. That's freaking cute. Let's look at it. Don't want to sign that. Satisfied with that. Good. So, improve. Go ahead and give it the foam pad treatment. So, the deal we got going on from dang dozen wires clear.
This is like an Arctic tundra. It is highly unpleasant outside. How are we looking? Those sides came out really nice.
Give it a little buffer real quick. Just a second. I don't like the way that it feels. Looks great.
It looks fantastic.
Feel great. Everybody is like I am. I feel like when it comes. Oh, how nice.
Do you want some of that New Holland in the cap and tiny brush?
Or even on the paper plate kind of feels savantish. My brother is
Savantish?
You're a friggin' savant. Like, I don't know.
Here we go.
You are. He's like, I come over and you got the entire floor cut out of the car and your feet. Another one. That's just work. Yeah, but nobody else wants to do.
So these are called acid brushes, and you can get these stupid cheap. You can get a whole pack of them for really, really cheap. And what you can do is, we definitely don't need something that wide. It's about 1/2 inch wide. We need something a little bit smaller. So you can trim away a whole bunch of the outside and just make a nice small thin brush. You can also trim off a bunch of the ends. We can also shape it. I say we can shape it, and then it won't shape. So we can turn it into something like that and get a little more precise. Once it gets wet, it'll be a little bit better, but this will work great. For one-time use and all of that, it'll be really nice. So you want me to do it in the plate? You sure? Okay. Don't you? Well, that's it. We're done. That's the end of the can.
No.
It just jammed up.
Look, guys, not small, big stuff. These are random cans. Just run out on us.
So it didn't run out. It just, that nozzle stops working. So do a nice mix here. Try and get it a little bit darker than it was before. And try and keep it from separating. When paint sits for a long time, it tends to separate. And solvents and stuff, especially spray paint, solvents come apart. So while this is not an exact match, it is pretty damn close. I'm going to set that right there, and I'm going to open up the trunk lid. Okay, you're clear on it? Here we go. Where's this extension cord from? You? Okay. I can't tell if things are being blown against the garage or if car doors are opening. That's how loud it is with the wind here. Trying not to blind you, but provide light. Those guys are pretty deep, the ones closest to you. They're also pretty tall. Damn, if that isn't close.
Kind of ridiculous how close it is.
So there we go. 2-year-old New Holland yellow is pretty close to Lamborghini's yellow. Jesus.
Isn't that ridiculous?
When that dries, it's going to be yeah.
What is going on out there?
That wind is
If you guys can
crazy.
hear background noise, it's literally just the wind.
It's not us.
doing the thing. It's
Yeah.
not anything we're doing or nothing like that. The wind is just
This guy can get a lot of
crazy
fill
out
in him.
there.
You can get a big drop in him. He's deep.
It just brought him right up.
Yeah.
This is too good to be true.
If you put clear over that,
It would pass.
it would probably be very
It
hard to
would
find.
pass.
Yeah.
Kill the light. Oh, you can't even see it with the light off.
You can't. When it dries, you won't be able to see
I'll
it.
knock those edges flat with the razor blade at the little edges.
You got one section over here. One little guy right there. I mean, teeny tiny little guy. And I don't know if you can get that up there.
Pull the light back some so I'm not so snow blind. This yellow is almost as bad as trying to paint white.
Damn, that's dead on.
Those will buff down.
Oh yeah, what are those?
It's like a giant. You can see where stuff's been drug in and out of it a bunch of times. See, it's got like transfer right here.
Oh yeah.
Rubbing against it. So I'm gonna clean all that up too while we have it.
Okay.
There was a chip up around one of the taillight openings. Is it covered? I think it's covered.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
I was pretty sure the taillights covered it, but I always try to be sure. Have a cover on and off when you're doing touch up. It's always good to hit any other spots you find. Like this guy right here is just chip. It's just rubber debris from our eraser wheel.
Yeah. That's amazing how close that New Holland yellow is. Yeah. That's Rust-Oleum New Holland yellow. Farm and implement. Heavy duty, weather resistant, rust preventative.
Guarantee that plastic bumper cover is not going to rust.
Yeah, let's hope not. By the way, we're done with the
Your shop is a little different from mine in the fact that you don't have 65 cans breaking.
top shelf left.
So much brake paint in the shop.
Yeah, I get it by the case at O'Reilly's. It's the best way to do it.
Be over shortly.
Who's that? Oh no, I wasn't texting him. I was looking to see who was at the Motorplex today when it's snowing.
and there's not very much there right now, so it is really like okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no major reason.
None, really. Well pointed out, right? What this extension cord is about here. The ground plug doesn't break off in your outlet. What? No.
Whoa.
Get old 8,000 grit.
That is so amazing.
I have more faith in that.
Wow. Yeah. Tesser's is enamel.
Come back off.
Tesser's is enamel, which is totally different. But by the way, that blue light that you're seeing, oh, I thought you were talking about on the dash of the Urus. That's the reflection of the green light from the stoplight. That's amazing. I can't believe how close that is. We didn't have anything major up front. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that. At least it looks yellow. You don't have these black peppers. You know, it looks like someone sprinkled pepper on the back of the flat part of the tailgate. So now it actually looks pretty good. Did we decide on food? Oh yeah, because they were finishing up. Were they going to? Were they doing a birthday party? What were they doing? Oh yeah, gymnastics thing. God, if you stand here, you can't see
I
them.
know. That's why I had to shut the light off. Because
You-
I do this. You see how I
Well,
look
wait.
up.
If I look, I can see the big guy.
Yeah, that's it. I
From
can't get down.
from the distance I'm at right now, I can't see him. The only one I can see if I look and focus on him is the big guy. If I look, with the reflection, then yeah, I can see. But I also see this and all the other stuff that needs touched. So at least it's yellow. It will pass. It's probably more durable than the yellow they put on here.
Oh, by far.
That,
No, it's on here so thin.
but the farm implement paint is so heavy duty to begin with.
Yeah.
That's probably why it jammed up, is because it's so thick. Somehow I keep hooking into the extension cord.
So Rupee's pad's about had it, but it's the perfect size because the new ones are bigger than the old ones. They changed the design of the pad shape. It changed the whole size of the pad. Like, you guys,
Killing me.
you're freaking defeat the point. You need to make a 4-inch pad now.
Looks really good from where I'm looking at it. It looks really good. Well, turn it down. Turn it down and he won't get away. Yeah. You turn it down, he won't get away.
Well, I gotta have the speed.
Oh.
The one thing about buffing is that it gets really picky about speed, temperature, all that. Oh yeah. More and more pass with the finer pad.
Good to go.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want to do with these. It'll probably be a couple of hours before they dry.
Well, I would say that they are 2,000% better than the other ones.
I would absolutely leave it. I would absolutely leave it. Yeah, I'm with you. I have city barbecue on my mind.
City barbecue?
Yeah,
That can work.
think about that.
I'm down with that. Got the exact same pad and compound combination here. It's just I got 5-inch pad, a 1-inch pad. Why you got the 1-inch pad, you might ask? Well, lots of small little areas. Now, come on, eh? That can't be that. getting there. Would be pretty happy with this if this was my car. Trying to look at every job that way. There's a lot of, oh, just put it together. They don't care. They just want their car back. Well, don't care until they do. Most people don't get down and look at their cars like this, but I try to remind myself that. And it really is a thing of just do what I want to do. So, what do I do?
Okay, now it's weird. Is it sunny skies as I drool with a few clouds and 20-mile-an-hour winds. So yeah, it doesn't stop. It's Ohio weather is so weird. It most of the time here it's frozen, but you have rain that turns to snow, that turns back to rain, then sunny skies, and this is all within an hour. So it's very odd. It doesn't help with your sanity. It really doesn't, because
I was just going to ride my motorcycle.
no, the worst part is you're like, hey, it's a nice out. I'm going to go ride. Half an hour later, you're in a snowstorm, even though it's May. Yeah. By the way, these are actually really, really good. They really, not the biggest coffee fan in the world, but these things I like. And the French vanilla. Yeah, the rest of this looks really nice.
I found an area where I know I was not responsible to put any color. I have no primer there. I find factory air with flashlight because that's what I do. I was like, hey, that area is a little less dark than other areas.
Most people when they walk around this,
Are not going to
they're
be on
not
their hands and knees with flashlights.
no, they're not going to be anywhere near that.
And
It'll be
I literally just mentioned, I try to remember that, but I also try to remind myself that one day if that's true.
yeah, and
Always treat it.
it's nice and bright in showrooms, and it definitely shows off the car. And dealerships do try and get everything to be absolutely perfect, and so do manufacturers. But the reality is, most people are going to be at 5 feet or above looking at this thing. So, God, that is amazing that yellow is so.
I know. I can't believe it. It's so good. So good.
It's so close. Sorry, I'm standing over here, so it's not so loud for you guys. Brian's finishing up that last corner. I know with power tools it gets kind of loud, so.
Please stop.
Yeah,
Please
see,
stop
yeah,
using me.
This is the last job for that bag.
It's so bad. I wash it every time, but it still hates me. Oh yeah, ice and glass and I tell you, the most rewarding aspect of painting stuff is done. Not because you're finished with it, but just because you made something better than it was before it came. Typically, it was pretty bad before it done. That's not always the case. Some stuff's kind of trivial and people just want it fixed. Perfectionists, but a lot of times, situations not good. Those drawers. Only person I know that's got all his drawers labeled accurately. I got drawers labeled in my shop that were labeled 10+ years ago when I lived in a different state. The stuff is actually in those. Now with us. Always keep 2 polishers with me. 2 different pad sizes. This is a 6-inch pad. I was just using a 5-inch pad. I always keep 2 buffers because it doesn't matter how much money you spend on one, it's still going to break at some point. So cheap ones are good ones because you can replace them the same day typically. My McGuire's one is actually one of the cheaper buffers that I own. However, it has the best warranty. And the reason for that is because Mr. Bill Doss, who is the North American representative to McGuire's, he's currently out in California working with Porsche at a factory training thing, working with their technicians on refinish training. He lives local. He lives like Whitehall. And when this thing decides to dump on me, I call him up, bring me another one, same day. Awesome. So this is like number 3. Number 1 was bought in Oregon. It was used 5 years out there. I was back here for like 2 years. Smoked it. Needed brushes for it. He didn't have brushes, so he gave me another one. That one lasted like 4 or 5 years. Smoked it too. They're great buffers, and you can service them. So it's not like you have to replace it when you smoke the brushes. It's just really more convenient for that buffer. see the guy rarely as I do. Brushes, next thing you know, the armature is gonna burn out. You want really good detailing towels? You go to Jack's Wax. Buy these guys. They're 550 grams a square meter when they're soaked with water, and they are nice and absorbent and super plush. They're a few bucks a pop. By a few, I mean like 5. Okay, it's a little expensive. You're gonna have a towel forever as long as you don't get any. Buy the towel. Not everything that we use is from Jack's Wax, though it is my favorite place. I do have their imitator product, this product. However, just find that nothing really works better than the secret sauce. Up here, absolutely insane. Nothing makes quite the finish with this stuff. Story all at compound. I'm so out of hand. Or hey, there we go. Just a little convincing. Needed.
That looks great, man. Oh, yeah, well. Where did that? Oh. I'm like, I know I had 2 extension cords on the ground here. Didn't know where that one went. There we go. And that thing should be charging now. Good. That looks really good, man. You happy with that? How that turned out?
I can phase them.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I have to remind myself to have this on.
Yeah. You have to go look at it in just regular daylight, sunshine, flat light, see what picks up. God, look at that stuff, dude. It's almost a perfect match. When it dries, it's so close. That is, to me, that's hysterical. I think it's funny as hell.
My black, more black. Factory black, brown.
Like a super dark brown. Where did my? Oh, there it is.
That's a good thing because when you're making your blend on black, you wouldn't think that it would show up, but it sure as heck does if they're not somewhat close for your.
Well, and piano black is so hard to do.
Yeah, it's not.
My buddy Roy says black is a young man's game. So anytime you do a vehicle black, you're going to spend most of your time cleaning it. If you want it to remain clean, I mean, the Viper is extremely hard to keep clean. And by the time you finish cleaning the left side, the right side's dirty.
Right.
Or by the time you're done with the front, the back's already filthy. So, yeah, you try, but yeah, that's so weird. This one, that inside edge is different. I think it's different.
It is. It's
Nope, no, they're the same. No, just the way they mount, it's the same. It just is. It's a mirror version. It just looks a little weird.
I'd be happy with this.
Yeah,
And that's how I weigh it.
we only had the one snap clip, which got re-hot glued, and actually, it's probably stronger now than it was originally. Yeah. So if someone has to take it apart again, they're gonna have a tough time getting past that hot glue. There were 2 beads on each side plus a bead underneath it. Good luck ripping that thing off. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. The one thing I want to check is make sure all the electronics are still working. So whenever you get a minute, or I guess whenever you finish, we'll check the electronics and make sure that it's doing a backup alarm and taillights and turn signals all work. Yeah, the taillights are actually stamped on the outside of the lenses here too. It says Lamborghini on the taillights there. Inside the clear shield that's over them.
That way you're really not ripping it off.
Yeah, it would be hard to redo that.
Damn it.
What's wrong? What do you need?
I need a new backing plate for this stupid polisher. So this keeps happening.
Oh, does it keep falling off?
Oh yeah. Know it. Yep. Only when you really need it not to.
It's just Velcro? Oh.
This is how I polish my guitars.
No.
3-inch and a 1-inch, and I polish every single little nook any of them. My Stratocaster is just a freaking mirror.
That's cool.
And I ceramic coated it, which I shouldn't have probably because it's nitrocellulose finish.
Well, it's probably not a nitro finish. What year is it?
It's a 97.
It's not nitro. They stopped doing nitro in the 60s.
Deluxe, like the nicest one they made.
Yeah, American Standard.
No, it's deluxe.
Oh, okay, so
it's not.
But
like
it's not nitrocellulose. They stopped doing that in the late 60s
Is it?
because of the environmental concerns.
So I wonder how much a year Gibson pays to be able to violate the EPA rules.
No, they got to pay a lot of money for that.
Yeah,
for nitro.
A lot of money
and there's custom builders that pay for that too. Just those nitro finishes are great, but it's more for it's not like more protective or anything like that. They just want to be able to say that it's a nitro finish, and versus a polyurethane finish. Poly's a lot stronger. It's a lot cheaper. You can do way more coats of poly.
I do know that finish
So.
on it's different because
But yeah, Fender isn't
that
used.
was one of the things that I read that's different about the deluxe, but I don't know if it's urethane finish or
It's probably more than likely
lacquer.
a polyurethane.
Lacquer. Maybe that was the deal.
It could be a lacquer finish, yeah.
Hand lacquered instead of
sprayed poly.
Sprayed poly.
It can be.
I just remember because I never had the original sales brochure for the guitar, and then I found one, and I was like, oh, I like to read stuff like that. So I was reading it. Oh, cool.
The moonroof on this is about the same size as the one on my Jeep. I did look up those sensors trying to find out what those sensors are. No idea.
Outside time.
What do you want to do outside?
Take it back.
Okay.
Namely, take it back.
Well, let's check. Let's check turn signals and tail lights and make sure we don't have any faults, because otherwise we got to clear those. I don't know. I don't know where the hell rear fogs are. Oh, wait. Yeah, I wasn't going to do that yet. No, it showed the faults, and then it ran through a systems check, and I have no CEL, I have no nothing. So it obviously remembered those faults and then checked it and cleared it itself, which
Hyper intelligent EOBD.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. It
EOBD is so much nicer than OBD2.
Yeah, because for simple stuff like that, like a brake light out or whatever, if you replace the brake light, you shouldn't have to go to the dealership to have them zero that out as a fault. So they have a very smart system in there. It'll check to make sure that all of the brake lights work and everything else. And it'll be like, oh, okay, we'll clean that off. And so it ran a systems check in the car. Once we went through the gears, it said, "Oh, looks like everything else is good," and it cleared it for itself. So we don't have any system faults in here, which is really nice. And yeah, I would say we can wipe it down and take it back, right? Grab some food on the way back. We have a happy Lambo. So thanks everyone for hanging out today. I appreciate it. Yeah, and
He has been a very
you know what's
patient Lambo owner,
he
I'll
is
tell you.
he has been very patient. You know what's really cool is you can't see the pepper on the back here.
Yeah.
If you come up and look at it, yes, from 2 feet away,
Sure.
you can see it.
If you do the old front pecker receiver.
But oh, that's right. I have the code to Lance's garage, so we can drop this off whether he's there or not. But it's your deal, so you got to send him a message. Hey, is it cool to bring the Lambo back now? Just to make sure if he has something in there or has to move something, then. But yeah, we're done with the Lambo. It's going to go back to Lance. Actually, go back to Candace, and we'll pull. I guess for now, I'll leave the shop open and I'll do a bunch of cleanup tonight, and then
Bring the Mazda and take the hammer to it. We'll find out how much weight we can lose off of a car by simply tapping
off of your car,
it. Yeah. Let's do it for an experiment. Let's take the hammer to it. Just tap all the
and
hard
then
surfaces.
sweep up whatever we get and weigh it.
But we just weigh the car before and after on the intercom scales.
Oh,
That way
okay.
it's a true measurement.
You know what would be actually very funny is to see how poorly corner balanced your car is.
Yes, let's do that because I guarantee
Okay,
you it's like
so
way more-
we'll do a different one tonight after dinner. We'll do how bad is Brian's Mazda, and you guys can interact and you guys can guess what the what the curb weight's going to be and how badly it's corner balanced, how badly it's front to back balanced. Yeah. How balanced it isn't is probably a better way to put it. So we'll do that one later tonight after dinner. We'll pull the Mazda in, put it on the scales. We'll just have some fun with it, and then once, yeah, when the Mazda comes out, then we'll do a full clean of the floor and get everything cleaned back out. And so thanks everyone for hanging out this afternoon. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you enjoyed watching the Urus go back together. Like my friend said, it looked like a Focus ST. I guess it kind of, you know, if I'm standing right here, it looks like a very small vehicle. But when I stand next to it, it's actually a pretty normal sized vehicle. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And if you have any more questions, please put it in the comments below. I'm happy to answer any of the questions regarding this thing. I'm getting smarter with Uruses now. Not by choice, just that seems to be what is coming into the shop now. And I'm happy to answer those questions for you guys if I can. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and definitely tell your friends. Like I said, we got tons of different cars coming in here. We got Brixie's Mini Cooper coming in. We'll do Brian's Mazda later tonight. We've got the MR6. We're prepping for the pit race event in 3 weeks. A little less than 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks. Yeah, 3.5 weeks. So what else do we have coming in here? Brixie's car. We've got your car. We've got the MR. The limo will be coming back, and we'll finish the plumbing on that car. Hopefully, it won't be snowing when we're finishing the plumbing on that car.
It won't be snowing when we pick that car up, but if it is,
yeah,
I think I'll wear a Santa hat.
Yeah. No, I told those guys that I can't pick it up when it's freezing and snowing outside. So we'll get the limo back here in the shop and we'll get it all plumbed up and ready to go. It's already booked its first gig, which is pretty cool. And I think that's it. The Viper will be coming up here when it gets a little bit warmer. I got to do an oil change on that before the beginning of the season. Miata will probably get an oil change too, so we'll have the Miata in here. And that's where we're at. So we got a ton of really cool cars coming in, and we're gonna show you guys whatever you want on them. So definitely stick around, subscribe, and enjoy that. We've got like I said, we'll be back later tonight with the with Brian's Mazda. You can take a look at that. What do we call that? Piece of machinery. We're just gonna call it piece of machinery. And pizza ship. Yep. I think that's kind of where we're at, right? All right. So again, thanks everyone. And don't forget to show someone that you love them today. Give them a kiss on the cheek, give them a kiss on their nose. Right there, just on the tip. Light one, doesn't take much. Hold their hand, give it a squeeze. It's really important for them and for you. So thanks again, everyone. I really appreciate it. And we'll catch you later tonight. All right. Have a great night.